Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what else to do. Never knew my be bruised all black and blue.
I heard you play a little bit.
Yeah, I do.
Here's what's on 2K TV now.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Portland Trail Blazers. The fans and coaching staff have been very pleased with the way Portland's been playing. They must be satisfied with the way things have gone for them over the first few months. They've played with confidence and composure and have won more than their share of games. One of the bigger stories this offseason, where would LaMarcus Aldridge wind up? Ultimately, he chose to leave Portland. How much does this set the Trailblazers back, Shaq?
Pretty far, Ernie. It's going to be impossible to replace the consistency and the numbers that Aldridge provided. But now, Damian Lillard's team going forward, so he has to keep everybody involved, and he has to be a little bit more consistent, especially when shooting the long range shot.
Yeah, they're more perimeter-oriented now, but they still have a fantastic group of perimeter players.
That does it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time.
We're coming at you from the Peak Chesapeake Energy Arena in beautiful Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder prepare to take the floor. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. And, of course, Mo Harkless. Even without him over the short term, they've really come together and are playing some pretty good basketball.
You know, what the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their younger...
Thunder trailing by 7. There's the screen. Westbrook with a wide-open look, and Baines pulls it down.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Durant sends it back. Stevenson kicks to Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Tries again. Here's Westbrook. He had 10 points in the win against Atlanta.
Boy, was he physical. In that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over.
Stevenson passes to Baines. McCollum up top. Adams defending.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
The Trailblazers shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. McGarry's checked in for the Thunder. Payne comes in for Russell Westbrook. And so Villanueva nails both of them. We've got 1:55 left here in the first quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right. Adams dishes to Banks. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. And you in the NBA, time becomes your most precious resource. And Clark, from what I hear, Freak has been making the most of it by getting in extra work when he can.
Well, it's not always easy to find time to do all the things you want as an NBA player, but it's nice to hear, really encouraging to hear that Freak values honing his skills as much as anything else. You've got to keep that a priority when you're an NBA player.
Payne kicks to Banks. The tray. Good on the shot. Banks has got 5.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Here's Padgett. His 3-pointer's off the mark. For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against Detroit.
They did a superb job getting those extra opportunities. That's effort. Offensive rebounds, leading to second chance points. You attribute that to effort and persistence. And those possessions were key.
They really were. I mean, the second chance points, they're almost like bonus points, and they're also demoralizing to an opponent.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Here's Lillard. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Detroit. He kicks it to Baines. Portland moving the ball around. Stevenson drives in. Banks with the block. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
"17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Stevenson against Banks. Stevenson with it. Banks with the block. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Here's Villanueva. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Trailblazers out in front, leading by a point. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor. I would say, Clark, we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
I think that would be accurate. I mean, Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of his business and doing what he needs to be doing. I mean, his reality is trying to live up to the expectations for him in Portland.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
You know, it's been a great display of team basketball here thus far.
5 guys, 5 fingers working as one. Just beautiful team basketball on display for these guys.
Banks in a 2-guard. Henderson out there with Nick Collison. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Durant's checked in for Gerald Henderson. Now here's Banks. He's covered by Aminu. Collison kicks to Banks. Lays it up and banks it in. Banks has got 10 points in the game.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
There's a good screen. Shot clock at 5. McCollum kicks to Stevenson. Puts up a 3. No good. Great D that time from Banks. Launches a 3. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Now it's a 6-point Thunder lead.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
McCollum kicks to Aminu. Stevenson outside. Another miss by Stevenson.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now, here's Aminu, defended by Durant. Aminu, the pass to Plumlee. And it's good, with time running down on the shot clock. Plumlee's got 6 points. Waiters, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Trailblazers lead by 4. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Kevin, obviously a very close game. What has been your approach tonight?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, get some deflections, and get some easy baskets.
Kevin, thank you so much. A hard-working Kevin Durant, gentlemen.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after half.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. First off, shot selection. We're getting high percentage looks, and it's working very well for us, and I like it that we're being very efficient. On a good note.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away. And the Thunder making a switch here. Banks is checked in. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Davis is out there with Aminu, and it's Plumlee in at the center position. Plumlee sets the pick for McCollum. Back to Davis. Aminu dishes to Lillard. Shot, high post. Banks with a rebound. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against Atlanta.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. That one drops. He ties it up.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
Plumlee with a screen on Westbrook. Lillard attacking. Here's Plumlee. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 9th assist in the game now. Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Westbrook kicks to Banks. Hits it from three-point range. Banks has got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
The pass to Aminu. Back to Lillard. score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Westbrook passes to Banks. Stolen by McCollum. 4 on 3 as they bring it up.